So, hi, welcome to the science class of grade 10. Okay, what do you think? Are you excited for a fun learning session? Hope yes. Okay, so first of all, before begin with the lesson, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Nelani, a science undergraduate at University of Sri Jayawardhanapura. Okay, let's move on to what we are here for today. So, what do you think? What is science? Science is a systematic study of the structure and behavior of the physical and natural world through observation, experimentation, and the testing of theories against the evidence obtained. So, this is the definition about science given in the Oxford Dictionary. So, as you all know, science is really, really important. I'm sure that you will be learning science because you had to face for your exam, but anyway, science is such an interesting subject. It describes everything in this fascinating world. Okay, so why you should learn science? This might be a question in your mind. So why I should learn science? It's basically because of this. It helps to understand the world around us. Each and everything around us is something that has a hidden theory, which is based on science actually. So everything around us, whether it will be nature, physics, or anything that is specifically based on science. And as you all know, science is an emerging subject in the current world. And also it is a part of STEM subjects, which are popular around all over the world, which refers to science, technology, mathematics, and engineering. So the second most reason, it cultivates curiosity and inquiry. Of course, yes. Once you see something in the nature, so you start to question why this is happening like that. So just think of a plant leaf which is green. So don't you think, don't you ever thought why the leaf is really green? So there's something like that. It always cultivates curiosity as well as inquiry. And also it develops love for learning. Once you are getting stick into science and the things behind that, and there are so much more interesting things in science. So you develop love for learning. Especially, this is really, really important as a student. Basically, as a school student, develop love for learning is really, really important because we actually learn until we die. Okay, so I would like to just talk why you should join this class. So during this class, we can have interactive learning hours. So you can ask any question you have from me and we can have more interactive sessions so that I would give more time for you to speak and ask questions. And second most thing is, I usually use visual aids for better understanding of the theories and concepts that I teach. So it will be basically based on the videos of the things I teach you so that watching a video actually hits your mind, right? So you can get a better understanding of the things you learn. And the next and most important thing for your exam is the past paper question discussion at the end of every lesson. So as you all know, our past papers have plenty of questions based on different lessons that we learn. So at the end of every lesson, I would like to do all the past paper questions related to that particular lesson. Yeah. And the next thing is I would like to evaluate you to understand the progress of the student actually. So at the end of every lesson, I would give a unit evaluation, which is basically based on things that you've learned in the class so that I can evaluate you based on that. Okay, so let's move on with today's science lesson. I have chosen a simple topic for you today, that is lipids. So, as you know, lipids can be categorized into two types, fats and oils. I'm pretty sure that you know something about oils because in day-to-day life, we are using oils and as well as fats. So, these oils are liquid at room temperature. So as you all know, there are the nature of oil are liquids at room temperature. And when we're talking about fats, fats are solid at room temperature. So the coconut oil your mother is using for day-to-day cooking is a type of lipids which categorizes as oils. So fats, butter, margarine, those are fats. Okay, so those are solids at room temperature. So when we talk about the composition of lipids, composition means what are the elements included in there. So lipids contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So I hope that you can remember the part on carbohydrates. So carbohydrates also contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So there should be a difference between those two. So in lipids, comparatively lesser oxygen is present. So in carbohydrates, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen is present, but there's a ratio between oxygen and hydrogen. But in lipids, we cannot define a ratio like that. Comparatively, lesser oxygen is present and more hydrogen is there. So these lipids are made up of fatty acids and glycerol. The building blocks of lipids are fatty acids and glycerol. So these fatty acids and glycerol combine together to form lipids as well as they remove water. Okay, so fatty acids and glycerol combine to form lipids and they remove water. Okay, so remember this equation. This is the word equation that we use to denote the lipid formation. Fatty acids and glycerol, which are the building blocks, form lipids and water. Okay. So, what do you think? Why do we need lipids? So, there are plenty of significances of lipids, and I have just pointed out 4 here. So, lipids can be used as an energy source. As you know, carbohydrates and proteins are also energy source, can act as energy sources, and lipid too. Okay, so when we hydrolyze lipids, more energy can be produced. Okay, more energy can be produced. So this can also act as an energy source. The next thing is to form different structural components. This is much more important. This is really important because lipids are the major component of the cell membrane. Okay, we also know it as plasma membrane. So plasma membrane mainly contain phospholipids as well as it contains cholesterol. Yeah, that's the cholesterol you know, cholesterol molecules. Okay, so these phospholipids and cholesterol molecules are really important in maintaining structural and as well as physiological properties of the plasma membrane. Okay, so phospholipids account for more of the structural properties of the plasma membrane. It is the major compound present there, as well as cholesterol is the same. Cholesterol also perform many vital functions of the plasma membrane. Okay, so to form different structural components, lipid is important. Another thing is for the conservation of water. Conservation of water means we are protecting water, which is inside an animal body or a plant body. Okay, so you may have noticed some plants have a thick outer layer above the leaf surface. So this is a wax layer which is known as cutin. Okay, cutin present on the surface of the leaf body to conserve water. As well as in some animals, they also possess a cutin layer in order to prevent from desiccation, okay, to conserve water and to prevent desiccation. And the next significance I have pointed out here is to maintain body temperature. Okay, so in warm-blooded animals means animals who cannot change their body temperature according to the temperature of the environment. There are several animals who can change their body temperature according to the environment temperature, but warm-blooded animals are the animals who cannot change their body temperature in accordance with the temperature of the environment. Okay, so warm-blooded animals are birds and mammals. So these birds and mammals, that means us, we have a layer called hypodermis in our skin. So in the hypodermis, we have a fat layer. This fat layer insulates our body, and it acts as a thermal insulator, and we can maintain body temperature in proper levels in the relevant ranges. Okay, so this is much more important. This is also another significance of lipids. So we have pointed out 4 here as an energy source to form different structural components for conservation of water and to maintain body temperature. So let's go back once again and recap. So lipids. Lipids can be categorized as fats and oils. Fats are solids at room temperature while oils are liquid at room temperature. When we talk about the elemental composition of lipids, they contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and comparatively less oxygen present, as well as fatty acids and glycerol incorporate to form lipids. And then we have moved on to the significance of lipids. So lipids act as an energy source as well as help to form different structural components and also for conservation of water and as well as to maintain body temperature. Okay, so a little worksheet for you. So I have given three questions here based on the things we've learned in the previous 2 slides. So first question is name 2 types of lipids. I'm pretty sure you know the answer, fats and oils. Second question, what are the elements present in lipids? So in lipids, what are the elements there? Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Yes, you are correct. Okay. Third one, write 3 significances of lipids. We have learned 4 and there are many more. Okay, so from that, 3 significances they're asking. So first significance is act as an energy source. Next one is to help build up structural components. Third one to conserve water. And fourth one to maintain body temperature. Those are the 4 that we've learned. Write any 3 you want. Okay, so yeah. I'm pretty sure that you understood the simple part really well. Okay, so thank you for attending. Goodbye.
ලංකාවේ පිළිගත් විශ්වවිද්‍යාලවල ඉගෙනුම ලබමින් සිටින සරසවි ශිෂ්‍යයන්ගේ පූර්ණ මාර්ගෝපදේශනය යටතේ ඉන්ඩිවිජුවල් හෝ ගෲප් ක්ලාස් එකක් ඔබත් කරගන්න කැමතිද? 1 ශ්‍රේණිය සිට 13 ශ්‍රේණිය දක්වා ඕනෑම විෂයක් ඉංග්‍රීසි, සිංහල, දෙමළ ඕනෑම මාධ්‍යකින් ඔබේ හැකියා දක්ෂතා දුර්වලතා හොඳින් හඳුනාගෙන ඔබටම ගැලපෙන සුවිශේෂී ක්‍රමවේද ඔස්සේ ආසාවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. දැන්ම අපිට කතා කරන්න 076 168 81 69 හැන්දෑවේ ඉස්කෝලේ හේන පෙන්වන්න නෙවෙයි පාර පෙන්වන්න.